Hi, my name is Rossetti, and today I'll be reviewing Solar Shifter X for the Xbox One in partnership with BigBossBattle.com, who have given me this code from the developer Elder Games. Now, this was completely outside of my view. I hadn't heard about the game, didn't know anything about it, so this is kind of a new genre for me. Solar Shifter is basically a verti-scrolling shoot 'em up, and to be honest with you, I haven't played this sort of game since the 1980s, so this was kind of a retake of what I'd actually played as a child. Solar Shifter's gameplay largely consists of basically trying to find the safest location whilst holding down the fire button, which to its credit, it's really fun in that respect. It's also added a slight difference to its typical sort of shoot 'em up. One item it's got here is that you can actually teleport across the screen in various locations. And this leads me nicely on to the gameplay. Now, the left stick and X allows you to specifically target areas to teleport around the screen, but one thing it doesn't tell you is you can actually do the same thing with the right hand stick. Now, I must admit, one thing I did keep doing throughout the whole list is forgetting to use the teleportation, and to be honest with you, you will need to use this to get through some of the levels. Another experimental part they've done here is they've also made the camera move around the screen, as you can see here, and this kind of gives it a more cinematic look and feel to the whole game. This is kind of nifty, and I must admit I quite enjoyed it. One other item which they've actually played around with is the pickup system. They've got rid of that. They've completely removed it and got rid of it. What they've done now is at certain points throughout the game, you basically go into the hangar, and you basically, the credits you earn throughout the level upgrade those weapons, which you will get throughout the gameplay. It's a nice idea, but I'd really like a little bit more customization, especially with the ship. You don't get a chance or get to change the ship or do anything else. My majority of the issues with this game actually comes to the loading screen. The loading screen, oh my god, is phenomenally long, and also you can't level select, which is a pain in the bum. Once you want to complete the game, you want to go back and replay a certain level. Now, the graphics, what can I say about the graphics? Well, as you can see here, they are bright, clear and vibrant. I was actually quite surprised the amount of detail that was shown in here, especially from what I was told as a one-man developer. Yeah, so there is some minor pixelation on certain planets when you'll see it in the background. There is maybe some slight variation. The colour palette sometimes is a little bit too bright, but actually I was quite impressed. The smoke trails on the missiles was a favourite of mine, and I must admit it was something that I was quietly impressed with. Yeah, in some cases the actual graphics can be a little bit blocky, but from an indie developer like this one, I'm actually really impressed with what they've managed to achieve and what they've managed to provide. The graphics currently I think is around 1080p on the Xbox One. Generally I don't ask me to confirm that. I'm guessing here. I haven't got actually a program which will help me identify that. But as you can see, it's clear, it's vibrant, it's crisp, and it's really, really beautiful to look at. The actual planet's right behind it, it's moving around, it's beautiful. The ships themselves are really well detailed. The actual individual ships are really well done. I can't really say anything more than that. The graphics here was a surprise for me. Everything from the smoke trails to the warping to the lasers, it had a nice, beautiful feel to it. Something I would normally see or expect from a AAA developer rather than an indie developer. Someone has taken their time and patience with the graphics on this, and as you can see, it's come out beautifully and it's well worth every single cent they put in. And now we come to the sound. The sound here has been well thought out. The sound itself is a blend of techno and rock, I'm gauging. It works well for the atmosphere and it helps you spurn you forward. the actual sound of the missiles, the bullets, the plasma, everything gives it a nice punchy feel. The only thing it can be a little bit frustrating is if you are listening to surround sound, it can be a bit too much when there are so many enemies on the screen and everything is just, all it is a massive explosions. But you can still distinguish your own firing and their firing, and also what the main bosses also fire. Everything's got a slight variation to it. No plasma kind of sounds the same. The same with the missiles. You get a very early set on, and you can tell the difference between early on to the end missiles, which you get right near the end of the game. And this brings me nicely to the rating of the game. Now, I rate games in order of avoid, rent, great purchase, must own. In my opinion for this game, this is a great purchase. It's currently around £8 or 10 UK dollars, and if you're new to the genre or even if you want to come back, this would help you get back into it. Plus it has some great achievement points for the price. Overall, well done to Elder Games.